That's the beauty of sevens. As we kick off here, Kenya Shujaa on their first game, well taken by Onyala there. As usual, you expect Onyala here to do the kickoffs.
Yeah, that is his role, ensuring get the restarts. Walukuba Rugby just coming into this one for the first time. This side from the Ginger Town. Kevin Wekesa getting the best of against his man there. And Kenya Shujaa hitting quickly within 30 seconds.
The interesting setup there, putting Odongo in the middle and then Wekesa at the end. We did say some of these things in the local 7 circuit where there's a bit of variation in terms of where you want to put the players. I guess that was a situation where they wanted to do a mismatch of sorts.
Yeah.
Use the speed of Odongo in the middle of the field and then put the power of Wekesa on the outside. I think you'll see a bit more of that this weekend.
Yeah, that conversion not successful. Kenya with an early lead here, 5-0. Walukuba with all the pedigree in the last 3 years. They have been through the circuits back in Uganda, coming from the championship all the way to the first division and winning their first title, the National 7 circuit in Uganda this year. They have brought in them also a couple of players from other teams. You'll find Hassana Opileni, number 10, Alfonso Peny, 14, Brian Wandera, 12, Stuart Mwai, 9, Godwin Abuang, 11, who've come in to beef the Walukuba Rugby. They've come in from other Ugandan clubs just to ensure that the players that are turning up for Uganda team from the Walukuba side, they don't feel that much of a dip in quality. Scrum called here. And again, as you see, first time we are getting a set piece in the scrum. Attacking ball for the Shujaas. Around 30 meters out, Oscar?
Yeah, and you see the deliberate intention there. Penalty against Walukuba, but Kenya still maintains the scrum.
Yeah, quick from the base of that, Samuel Asati to Amaitsa. Amaitsa carrying it into the defense line. Odongo coming in to protect that one, then shifting it quickly to the left side. Carrying it close, but there was an infringement there. Quick tap and go from the Kenya Shujaas, carrying it over King George Oro with a second try for Shujaa. Not waiting about.
Yeah, look, I don't want to look too far ahead. I think obviously Kenya has a bit more pedigree here against Walukuba.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting there that you're playing quick, not waiting around. And look, I looked at the 2 European teams who seems to be struggling with the attitude. I think that's one of the tactics you want to play against the contrasting styles. European teams are very, very well organized, especially Renegades and the UK Select, is it?
Yeah, UK Select.
So you want to play them quickly, otherwise if you play slow, because
yes,
that benefits them?
Yes, because they are well-structured sides.
Very, very structured. So I think this is some good intent. It works against any team, any defense. So there's an issue of transition there from Walukuba. I think transitioning from attack into defense also, when you get a team like Kenya, that's something that they have to watch out.
Nigel Amaitsa with a restart there, going for it, but this one is deep, just shy of Walukuba's 22. Good recovery there. Shujaa now using the defensive pressure, pinning Walukuba in their 22. They have hardly gotten out of this territory. They are trying to run out.
To say that, Elijah, I mean, that's a thumping tackle there by the Kenya defense. They've barely left the 22, and here we go again, the penalty against them. And for Kenya, they haven't left the 10 meter. Actually, they're 20 to 30 meters out from the try line. Yeah,
they have been pinned in their own red zone, and that creates an extra pressure, when you're defending just shy of your try line. But Kenya Shujaa going for a scrum option in this one, favoring that option just to restart their attack. This time round, going and parking themselves far much deeper. Crescent Ojuang at the center there.
Elijah, did the Kenya Shujaa team select itself if you compare to Morans and the rest?
I think pretty much so. We know that Crescent is normally a strong ball carrier at the center there. Then they peel off to the right. King George giving out to the speedster. Patrick Odongo walks into the try box.
sounds sarcastic there, Elijah, when you talk about speed and then he walks. That means there's a lot of good work that was done on the inside there by the rest of the team. Christian hitting it in the middle. Would you say that's a bit of a strategy of the Kenya Shujaa?
Yeah, they look very well oiled, drilled, because when you look at it, they identified that carry at the center of the pitch and a quick wrap around, quick ball transfer from that set piece. Never took more than 3-4 seconds. That ball was out, and you can see the scramble defense there. Yeah, that's a strategy that they're clearly using.
Yeah, and also just to, as we say, Niger taking the kickoff, good versatility from some of the players. Niger doesn't play standoff in his club. I think he plays a center or wing sometimes.
Yeah, normally center.
And here is the first receiver. Kenya get that. They've done 3 kickoffs. I think they've taken all 3. Actually, one went too deep.
Kenya Shujaa just pinning Walukuba Rugby in their own 22. They have not had any joy in territory. And though any mistake around those areas just being punished by Kenya Shujaa.
Yeah, they have a penalty, but still, that's used to kick. I think that's a good option.
Yeah, but Samuel Asati arrives to just recover that ball. Then they have numbers, but equally matched on defense there, so they have to reset it from that point, carrying in strongly into contact. Then they have numbers to burn out here, but using the fringes of that rack well. Jojo Oro, a master in scanning around those fringes, and he punctures through to go right between the posts there. I love that about Oro. He is always aware of the settings around himself, has a good scan around and saw that gap at the fringe of that track.
Yeah, a good display of functional roles here. Oro carrying straight. It's a powerful player, Oro, but he does have some speed to burn. It's also good to watch Kenya using defense as also one of the attacking
options.
Where you convert defense into attack.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the abilities they do have. Kenya Shujaa.
Yeah, the hooter sounded just to take us into the break, so we are in referee's time here. It's a defensive line out for Walukuba Rugby. They have had the going really tough in this first half, taking in 4 tries, 26 race to the 26-meter mark from the Kenya Shujaas. See this line out option just slightly beyond the reach of the jumper, but does well, fingertip stuff there to recover that ball.
Oro went off his feet there. It's the first time they've gone over not just the 10-meter line, but also through the halfway, and then they lose possession right immediately after that.
Yeah, Kevin Wekesa, he is a strong juggler for the Shujaa team, one who leads in those numbers. Then it's a quick tap and go, and cracking through Walukuba's defense there is Nigel Amaitsa. Goes to score at the center pitch, just right under the post there. It's a quick tap and go.
Nigel in a very comfortable, familiar position in the middle of the field. That's what he plays for his club. Just looked at options on both sides. Stepped off his left foot twice. Like I said, Elijah, without any reference to a certain London club, that Kenya Shujaa use their defense as an arsenal, so they don't just depend on their speed and attack outside, especially with the likes of Patrick and Nigel.
We are on for the second half of this last round of the first round. This is the last game of the first round fixtures. Walukuba Rugby taking on the local side, the hosts, Kenya Shujaa. It's been a tough one for them in the first half, trailing 33-0. Kenya Shujaa just starting strongly in the defense of their title. They have 13 titles to their name, and they will look to add this one quick on the heels of last year when they won, when the tournament was hosted in Machakos town, a couple of kilometers from here. I look suspiciously forward off Asati's hands.
Yeah, just about forward.
Abukuse at the end of that one, trying to get himself onto the score sheet. Menengai Oilers player, very pacey player, and I'm sure that's what Asati was trying to utilize, his speed and pace. That they were playing advantage. Referee had that, and they restart. Festa Shiasi also coming in together with Floyd Wabwire, replacing Crisanto Juang and Patrick Odongo at the center and wing respectively. The quick play there, coming in short, carrying it into the heart of Walukuba's defense, and then they have created enough space for Festa Shiasi to go over for another try for the Shujaa.
One has to admire the speed of execution here from Shujaa. I mean, even the racks, the speed of the racks is quite high. And then you see somebody like Oro actually playing off the floor there from the racks. Immediately, there seems to be a deliberate action here to send the ball out. On one moment, he picks it and just goes up. But again, you're having to see that they're playing really, really quick here, Kenya Shujaa, not giving Walukuba any chance. Good conversion there by Nigel Amaitsa. As we see here, Onyala just coming around the corner and then quick pass, fix and pass here. That's a simple try there from Shujaa. Siketi on to the field. I did talk about that the Kenya Shujaa sort of selected itself, but Siketi is new to the environment here. The young man has done very well, played very well for Cabras during the National 7 series. That looks like a knock-on. Yeah, the touch referee says it was touched. So it's a line out for Kenya Shujaa. Also on the field, not too new to the environment, is Gabriel Laimba, who takes the line out there, rising above into the Nyayo Stadium. The sky is here, but they were offside. It was a knock-on, but they were being called offside. Again, just quick speed of execution here, as we see Gabriel Laimba scores that try. There used to be a Kenya Sevens player also called Gabriel Ouko, but this time it's Gabriel Laimba.
Yeah, he was much shorter.
And definitely challenge on the height there from compared to Aimba.
Yeah, good play there coming from the bench. Kenya Shujaa emptying their bench here, and the bench sustaining the pressure, sustaining the momentum. Biggest score so far, the first round of fixtures coming through in this game from the Kenya Shujaa, 45 and still counting.
Oh, that's really clever from Siketi there. I mean, Siketi.
Then just a hospital pass there, should have carried it further in.
But still, I mean, that's just good creativity there by the young man. And you see second try here for Ayimba.
Yes. Kenya Shujaa just going now the overdrive, getting the half-century mark. First half-century score for this tournament.
And I think Walukuba is struggling not just because of the quality of Kenya Shujaa. I mean, that's obvious, but I think the speed, just the speed of the game,
yes,
seems to be not necessarily speed in terms of players running quick on the outside, just the speed of execution.
Yeah,
the racks are quicker, the penalties are taken faster.
Yeah,
the transition of Walukuba is just that couple of seconds slower.
Yeah, they play catch up in every phase of game.
Catch up in every facet. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's the template that Kenya Shujaa are practicing and working on here. Just ensuring that they are playing at pace and with clinical, precise execution.
What that means actually, it means that if you're executing quicker on the other facets, you don't need to have a speedy wing on the outside.
No, you don't need to.
Exactly.
Because on the other side is you have the opportunity to get the defending team on yellow cards.
Correct.
Because when that pressure, when that pace is sustained, players tend just to be indisciplined. Walukuba just feeling the pressure, the heat now under the hot seat here. Again there, just caught holding on too much to the ball, and quick tap and go there from Shujaa, looking to go for another try. Gabriel Laimba just steps back in. Offloads out to Kevin Wekesa, real quick movement of the ball from that rack.
Yes, his father was called Benjamin, so
yeah.
But the action seems to be the same father and son there. the late
Benjamin Ayimba.
Again, Elijah, that was weak play again. Quick tap of the penalty. Ayimba using his feet as usual we saw in the National 7 circuit. Rack, and then again, quick pass off the floor straight to Onyala there at the edge. And again a try. That is a try that was scored because of quick execution and quick transition, as opposed to, again,
quick pace.
Yeah.
As you see, they are hitting deck. Skater just covers it, and within 2 seconds, the ball is out. Just not enough time for Walukuba to just get themselves back onto their feet and cover that space.
Yeah, it took about 6 seconds, 2 seconds. Elijah, in the Formula One, change of 4 tires takes barely 2 seconds. And speaking of Formula One, there's been a bit of a chat around cooling vests in the
Yeah, I've
F1.
seen that argument, and some drivers are for and others are against that.
And we did see some cooling vests when the French Renegades played the UK Select. They're actually using cooling vests here in the Nyayo Stadium. Obviously, there's altitude and heat.
Yeah, it's actually warmer this time of the year. It's getting warmer. We just from cold season by our own measure.
yes, yeah, true.
Yeah, around June, July, and a bit of rain that pulls down the temperatures. So it's a bit warm. The sun is out and bright, but the turf here is fantastic. You can step, you can do much with this pitch. It's really well manicured and well taken care of.
I think that was a few steps too many there by the young man, Siketi.
Yeah.
Perhaps he should have released, but then again, this is where you express yourself. This is his first call-up, Shujaa?
He's been in the camp last year. He was in the camp last year, but this is the first time he's now donning the senior side shirt. That knock-on just curtailing the attacking opportunity for Shujaa, and they have to go and just close this game out. The hooter has been sounded to finish this on, and Walukuba Rugby with ball in hand. What do they do here? It's a 0 on the scoreboard. I'm sure they will love to just put some points on the board.
Look, on one hand, the score doesn't flatter the boys from Uganda, but geez, man, you've got to give some credit to Kenya Shujaa and how they're playing this one. They're up against a really, really good side. Remember, this Kenya Shujaa is ranked number 9 in the world as of the last 7 series. So it's a really, really decent team of 7s here.
Very true.
That Walukuba has to deal with.
Walukuba just getting out of their 22. Still in their own half. Blitz defense here from Shujaa, making options difficult for them, but over the top pass, getting to the winger. Then they reset. Good spell of possession for them. First time in this match that they are doing round 4 phases, but a big push there in defense from Samuel Asati, who's come up to the line. He's in the first line of defense. Skater just patrolling at the backyard there, off your screen, and then now comes onto your screen. Quick tap and go from Walukuba Rugby. They try to get some points on the board. We are into the referee's time here. Doing well to just keep possession, but they are coming under serious attentions there from Floyd Wabwire and Sketi, punished for an infringement in that. Another quick tap and go, 10 meters out. Shujaa being patient on defense. Yeah, that wasn't 10 meters. Yeah,
that definitely wasn't 10 by Siketi. I think it was Siketi, was it?
No, Gabriel.
Yeah. Siketi, the eventual tackle there. Yeah, Siketi takes the tackle here, but was it from the side? I think. Was it 10 meters? I think
no, it's a side entry, but still not within 10.
Still not within 10, I agree.
So Walukuba with 7 against Shujaa 6. Will they get themselves finally onto the board? An opportunity out here. It's Floyd taking on the speedster from Walukuba in
there comes the power
Matthew John Oluka. Quick tap and go. Referee says ball is open. Now it's a proper rack. Very nice possession play here from Walukuba. Then they just gift possession back to Shujaa, who will kick it out and finish their first match with a big victory here, 55-0.
Yeah, in the end didn't look pretty there, but Shujaa just demonstrating their defensive power. The score not too flat.